I was hurt tremendously by someone that I truly loved, and I never thought that that situation would happen to me. I had to go through extensive therapy. I went through depression. I went through anxiety. But as I was going through my journey, I felt alone. I felt that I was the only woman in the world to ever go through anything as hurtful as what I went through. During my therapy sessions, I actually started to share them on social media. And when I did that, I found that I wasn't the only woman in the world going through tremendous amount of pain. And that's when I decided that, life happened to me, but I'm about to use this for the good of women of color, pretty much. I'm going to establish a place where we feel safe, where we can talk about our feelings, where we can feel human, and we don't have to always be the strong ones carrying so much pain and suffering. Because part of the group that I did talk to in the beginning of my healing journey was just like, I mean, you'll be all right. We go through this, it's a part of life. And I just felt that that wasn't the answer. So it's time to change that narrative and give us a safe place to talk about our feelings and to humanize ourselves because we're human and we're allowed to feel.
Ooh, you said a whole thing right there. Recognizing how often are we trying to muscle our way through and not actually feel. And somehow
Mhm.
we believe that if I ignore the feeling, I can outrun the feeling. And we've had this conversation that just doesn't work. And you absolutely don't have to constantly be the superwoman who is able to carry everything. So as you recognized and realized that for yourself, and began to create this shift for you. I'm curious, can you share like a pivotal moment when you realized that you were moving from wounds into wisdom?
I always start with my kids because that was the pivotal moment. I think that was the moment to where I realized that they were watching mom at all times and they were watching the hurt and the pain that I was going through. And I didn't want my daughter to see me just muscle through certain things and not be able to feel. And so that's when I said, okay, you know what? Let's get your life together, girl. You tripping. And let's do the work. So starting to do the work from that moment. But they were the ones that were like, Mom, we see you. At
Mm,
that point, it turned into I have to break generational curses. I need to educate. I need to use my platforms for good. I need to talk about this.
mhm.
I need to talk about breaking curses. I need to teach my kids how to feel, how to process their feelings, what's really going on. And that was the moment. I'm here to break the curses. I say it over and over again that we cannot continue to live this pain and hurt and suffering and think that it is okay. It is not okay for us to live that way and to muscle through that. We're not supposed to feel anxiety 24/7. Like, it's not okay. But that was definitely the pivotal moment. It was like my kids were like, nah, ma, nope.
When your children can say, "Oh, we see you," and the
Mhm.
younger generation is all about actually paying attention to how well they feel so they can hold us accountable and get us all the way right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the way.
Yeah. So you wrote a book, the Beauty in You workbook. So as you
Mhm.
highlight this whole journey of self love and becoming introspective, why are is this process of being reflective and introspective so important for this journey of transformation?
I think we have to learn ourselves inside and out. In order for you to be on your transformation journey and your rediscovery journey, you have to know who you are. You have to know how you process certain information, how you process feelings, how you take criticism, all the things. Because how can I tell you, Dr. Jackson, how to even treat me if I don't know me, or how to speak to me if I don't know me, or if I'm hurt by something, how to say, hey, you hurt me when you said. I have to be able to know those things. So This is going to sound real scary, y'all, but y'all need to spend some time with yourself alone, with nobody else. That quiet time, yes, you need that time because you have to know who you are as a person. Once you understand, like, I don't like how they said that. I don't like how that makes me feel. I'm sad when this smell actually triggers me. That sound actually why am I feeling like this? Let me jot this down. You start to understand yourself better, and it helps in your healing process. Be honest. Be completely honest with how you feel and what you're going through.
That the just the fact that you honestly said to people, I know this is going to be scary. Like, what, how do we get to a place where being with ourselves, creating space for us to form a healthy relationship with ourselves, why is that so scary for people?
I think society has made us feel like we need to be chaotic all the time. Like we always constantly have to be doing something, touching something, scrolling on the TikTok world. You go on a little rabbit hole. It makes you feel like you have to constantly be doing, doing, doing. When you take time for yourself, you're focused on yourself or just that quiet moment, you feel anxious, almost anxious, or I can't find my phone. Where's my phone, right? I need to have something. You feel that anxiousness. And I really think society has made us feel that way. I tell people all the time too, when you wake up in the morning, don't check that email, put your phone down. Stop it. Stop it.
Same.
Take 10 to 15 minutes to like be in your own thoughts and just relax because once you open up that phone and a ping, 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 you're like, oh, I got to do this for them. I got to do this for them. And you haven't even taken time to just enjoy the time of waking up, breathing, getting your tea, putting your slippers on. So I just think society has made us feel like we have to feel chaotic at all times.
I think it's just constant information that we're
Mhm.
constantly bombarded with idea or thought or breaking news and it just constantly can keep us in this place of grinding fast, fast, fast. And of course, the message of you're not working unless you are grinding yourself, which we both know is a
Mhm.
lie that we can begin to adopt and accept, and then find ourselves playing smaller because we literally can't keep up with all of these versions or facades that we're trying to keep going, and it becomes too exhausting.